This ain't nothing new, you know just what we're doing. Life's hard, but we're gonna make it through it. Life's hard, but we're gonna make it through it. You can't stop this train. You know we not doing it for the fame, but up in the city, people knowing the name. Cause we don't stop, won't stop, yeah, we keep it rolling.
What is going on, everybody? I have my new friend here, Drew Ryn. What is going on?
Nothing much.
Oh
Just, you know, being famous musicians together.
Oh, hello, look at us. It's like,
I'm manifesting for us.
I am really, really happy to have you here. We were kind of talking about it before, but we've never met in person before.
I know.
And first announcement, this is going to be the first episode.
I was going to say, are we waiting? Or
we have a song coming out together. Let's go. And it's just kind of wild. Usually whenever you have a song with someone, you've met them in the studio when you were writing it, and we haven't. So
I know, but do you know why it's
Tell
so
me.
perfect?
Tell
and
me.
I'm going to compliment you, but this is the one compliment. Then I'm going to stop.
Uno.
First of all, this is my yes year, so I know that the things that come to me are going to be things that I want to say yes to. So I was like, all right, a duet. This will be cool. Yeah, maybe I'll do it. Click play. I'm not kidding. I got 10 seconds in and I was like, I already emailed Joel back and I was like, yes, I'm totally in to do the project.
Oh, that is so sweet.
Kidding.
That's my
I
one
wouldn't
compliment.
lie. That's
Thank
your one
you
compliment.
so
Is your
much.
voice is so good. It's so raw. And I've told everybody that I've seen who I've played the song for behind the scenes that you're going to be huge.
Oh.
And I just want to be a part of like your
No.
circle, your vibe.
Thank you so much. Thank
Okay,
you.
that's
That's it. That's the one. Well,
right.
let me tell my side because that is so sweet of you. We were talking about, we wrote this song and I knew I wanted to have a girl feature on it. And my manager, Joel, what a guy, sent me like 3 different people and you were one of the 3. So I went and listened and I was like, this is the one who I want on the song, and it's not even a question. And I won't even say the other 2 who got knocked out, but your voice was so unique.
The tea. Say the 2. No.
Your voice was so unique.
Who's my competition?
Yeah, literally. Your voice was so unique. And whenever I got the first mix back, I was like, this was the right decision. You killed it. So I was telling my people back here before the song, when we first had it, it was here. And you came on it and it went up here. And I really mean that. So
there's something so sweet about the fact that we didn't know each other, so I didn't have a bias like for you. It wasn't like, oh yeah, that's my pal, I totally want to do the song with him. It was like, the song is amazing, your voice is amazing.
Thank you
I
so
think
much.
I could offer something to it. I'm willing to try. And then I went in and I just hoped that you would love it too, because obviously we don't know each other, so
Yeah.
there is no bias.
it was literally like a present whenever I heard your vocal on it. It was like, it took it to another level. And I really mean it. So thank you so much for coming here. And thank you so much for being on the song. And when this episode comes out,
we'll have known each other so well by then.
Right. We'll be locked in by then.
We'll have done brewskis with the boys.
That's it, baby. That's it. But here it is. So, Drew, tell my people, tell anyone who's watching this a little about yourself. Where are you from?
I'm an Arizona girl, so I'm a Western
snap.
girl.
Okay.
But I've lived in Nashville for over 7 years, so I think that makes me a local now. I don't know. What do they say?
I don't know. I've been here a year, but I would say
Not a local.
I'm definitely not a local yet. I would say 8 years is probably.
Where are you from?
I'm from Oklahoma.
Oh,
See, this is awesome. We really don't know each other. This is incredible. Like this is like a hangout.
Oh my gosh, it's like speed dating on a podcast.
It is literally. So I'm from a little small town in Oklahoma, and I was in LA for a year and then moved here about a year ago. So
Okay.
I'm really new. You got the numbers on me. So tell me what brought you from Arizona to Nashville. Where did it start? How does it start?
So once there was a 14-year-old girl who went on the X Factor, got her heart broken. She didn't win, but she did make it top 6.
Oh my God.
It was me, spoiler alert. So it was
Look
me.
at her.
I was on the X Factor at 14, and so my mom and I would drive between LA and Arizona every other week. And I left school because my mom was like, we're gonna do this full time. I don't know anything about music. Your dad doesn't know anything about music.
Oh, I feel it.
We don't have $1 million to put behind you, but they knew that it was my dream and they knew I'd somehow find a way. So we were driving back and forth doing this drive, and I had got gotten flown out to Nashville for one writer's trip. And I
Okay.
remember thinking, I'm going to live here someday. But I was still like 16 at the time, and that was too far from home.
Yeah.
So 18 comes along. I packed up. I wanted to live here. I love the vibe of the people.
Totally.
I love that it feels like home, but I can crush it out and work.
Oh, I love that.
And
Yeah.
so, yeah, it was like, it had the best things of Arizona, that hometown feel, but it had that fast city life that I needed for the career.
I love that. I want to start where you started on the X Factor. I've always wondered with the singing shows, what is, and I think the people watching this want to know too, what is the vibe of that? I know you were 14, but what is that like? What was that experience? What was it like?
The vibe is scary.
Yeah,
the
I
vibe
could
is
see
so
it.
scary, especially coming from a world where music just it wasn't a thing.
Totally.
I didn't even ever, I hardly had a vocal coach in my life. So I
Wow.
was so new. I didn't know anything about the industry for sure.
You were raw dogging it, really. You really were.
Totally, I know.
Yeah.
I always
You
say
were.
that. I really was. But there was something really amazing about that because I didn't know the scary parts yet. I was just blindly being told to get on the big stage, and I eventually sang with Justin Bieber, and that was he was the biggest star in the world. It was like I was doing all this stuff with no experience and no I wasn't poisoned yet by the industry, and that's what made it so freeing.
That's a great point. And Bieber's my favorite. So please tell me,
Me too.
how does that happen? How do you get on a stage with? I mean, I think less than 0.11% can say that sentence, and you just said it.
I think it's just be a 14-year-old girl and mention one time that you like Justin Bieber, and the show would make it happen. They were like, they told me when I auditioned, they said, we're going to make it happen that you meet him. You just have to push through and try and win the show. And I was like, okay,
Unbelievable.
cool. I would love to. And he was so nice. And that was the first real, I guess, taste of the industry that I had. And Scooter was so nice to me. And I just felt inspired that I could actually do it one day. And I've never let that
That's
go.
so cool.
Like, I've never let it go. I've never
love
put
that.
a time on it because I'm not going to disappoint myself. But I knew
Love that.
there are good people, and I was treated well by them. And I knew I was going to someday be that person on the stage.
That is so. What song did y'all sing?
We did a Christmas song, so it was from his Christmas album, which
Which
ended up popping
one?
off.
Do you
we
remember?
did Santa Claus is Coming to Town.
Oh my, dude, you had to be on cloud nine.
I was.
Well, how
It was-
scared were you though? To be honest, you had to be kind of freaking out. You're 14.
I was so freaked out, and I had got voted off the week before. So top 6 was right before the finale. So it was
Okay.
just the week before. And so they're flying me back out, but they wouldn't say why. And I'm like, why am I coming out? I'm voted off. I'm never gonna make it.
Unbelievable.
I walk in the room, and he's in the room. And no one told me because they wanted that genuine, like,
Oh my God. Is there like a video of your reaction or?
So no, that part couldn't be on video because I wasn't a winner. It ended up getting pulled. From
God.
they were like, we can't give too much Drew time.
Bieber?
I know.
Bieber. And that's unbelievable. What a
Yeah,
story.
it was
God
really
dang. That's
cool.
incredible. So you're on the X Factor and then that's over with. You get voted off, like you said. And then tell me about your first experience in Nashville. When you first moved here, what was the city's changed? I've only been here like a year, I said, but I know the city was different then. What was the vibe when you got here? How did it work? What was the vibe?
I always say it's helpful. Everybody here wants to help you further
that.
your career. I shouldn't say everybody. Let's not blanket statement, but close, really close to everybody. Enough to
Damn,
blanket
yeah.
statement it. It felt like I wasn't competing anymore. And starting off on a competition television show puts you in that mindset that somehow you have to try to be better than everybody else or
Great
whatever.
point.
But I never wanted to be better than anybody else. I just wanted to be the best that I could be.
I love that.
So anyway, when I moved here, it was like no one wanted to compete with me. It was
I
just
love that.
girls helping girls, guys helping guys. Let's get coffee. Let's whatever. And I had never got coffee before. Like, let's just
feel
get
that.
coffee and meet.
That's a big thing here.
Like, what?
And that was weird to me too.
we have to work?
Yeah, right. We're gonna go get coffee. Okay, that was super interesting to me. That's wild. How old were you when you moved here?
18.
Okay, so I mean that's a
Or
pretty,
maybe 19. Maybe I was 19.
It was a solid age though. I mean, you kind of knew what you were doing, but you weren't like a baby. So
Exactly.
Yeah, that's super cool. So then, talk to me. We said it earlier when we met. I'm really glad we both do TikTok because that in itself is a skill, in my opinion. Whether like just coming up with content ideas, editing, what's gonna pop, algorithm, everything I'm saying. So talk to me. When was the start of TikTok? And for anyone who's watching, The followers this girl has on TikTok is unbelievable. And before you get into your statement,
you too.
well, thank you. But I just want to say you should be very proud. That's a hard number to get, and that is so incredible. So, anyways, let me dive back in. When does TikTok start for you? That's a big deal.
So I had been doing tours with TikTokers, straight up TikTokers who don't do music. It was like a meet and greet tour, and I would be asked to perform.
Okay.
And I felt painfully uncool because they were like everybody's screaming to meet them, and I'm just trying to like sing a song. I don't know what to do. And one of my friends said, "Well, why don't you post on TikTok?" And I said, "Well, I don't dance, first of all." That's why. Because it was just dance back then.
Yeah.
There wasn't a lot of original audio.
No.
And my friend's like, "Just post a video of you singing. Why would you not try?" And so I did it out of spite. Like, I'll show you, it's not going to work.
Yeah.
And it blew up.
No
and
shit.
I really think it was luck that I hit it at the right time when there wasn't a lot of original content. There weren't a lot of musicians on the app, and it just did well. I just kept to it. I stuck to the music thing. I didn't try to stray to doing something else.
Wow. And like, one, to be on top of that like early is freaking awesome. That's super cool because I wasn't.
I thought I was proving a point that it wouldn't work, which is what's so crazy.
That's how it usually works, isn't it? You think it's not going to work, and then it does.
Yes. Well, and then fast forward to now, I'm a content strategist for like some of the biggest celebrities in the world.
You're genius.
And I'm like, I don't even know how did I get here?
Literally.
I'll be on a conference call and they're like, "Well, you're the professional at this. You're the strategist, you know."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Are they talking to me?"
Yeah, literally.
I am. I mean, I really know so much about content strategy now, but it's just from trying. I always tell people, you just try. You just have to try, and then you figure out what works, and you learn the algorithm, and you learn what people respond to. And
Totally.
then it might be your job, and people are calling you a professional.
Isn't that wild how that works? My first video, I was a senior in high school, and I jumped into a garbage can, and it was a sound that was like, "I'm still a piece of garbage." I don't know if you remember that,
Yeah,
but I literally
that's
jumped
early.
into a trash can. That's how I literally didn't know what I was doing. Like that's where I was at. No music. And it got like 650,000 views. I swear to God, the first video, I was in school. I think I was
what
in.
did you do? Were you like, I don't know what to do with my hands?
Right. I was like, damn, I was in English class and I saw like, you know, when a video's popping off and you can just refresh and it's going psycho.
Yeah.
It's like 123,000. And then you scroll down 10 seconds later.
When you were in class?
How old
are you?
I'm 23.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So I was literally a 17-year-old and I jumped into a trash can. And right then is when I was like, damn.
I'm going to be famous.
This is my moment. And that's literally what I was thinking. But I was like, damn, this is going to reach, this app can reach some people.
Yeah.
And then talk to me. So whenever you started doing the singing ones, was that pre-quarantine when we were put away?
Yeah.
You were pre.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, it had to have been the year before because I was still doing tours, like social media tours.
Okay.
And yeah, the last one that we did got canceled because of the pandemic.
Damn. So tell me how, super interested, whenever we get sent into quarantine, how does that change the way you make your videos? Did you go into like a brainstorming vibe where you were like, how am I going to do this? Did anything change or did you just kind of just go?
I went into, I'm going to post every day, multiple times a day, and just see if it works because at that point it was like, are we ever going to perform again?
Totally.
So I thought, well, I need to go balls to the walls with this.
Totally.
And try everything. So I was posting up to 3 times a day and I was live streaming every day, multiple times a day.
Damn.
Yeah. And back then, so live streaming was monetized. It still is,
It
but it
was
was really big during the pandemic. So I was like, is this my job?
Yeah.
Is this like going to pay my bills over
Totally.
the pandemic? And it really was very rewarding. And it was cool to get to hang with people when you couldn't hang with anybody. So I loved the live streaming.
That's a great point. That's how it started too. Whenever we got sent into quarantine, I played college basketball and I hurt my knee, and then got healthy to come back and play. This is before we got sent into it, and I got healthy to come back and play. And a week later, we got sent into quarantine. So I didn't get to play basketball. Like I played basketball for 20 years. I didn't get to play when I hurt my knee. That was the last time I played for real. And whenever we got sent into quarantine, it was like, okay, I know a video of me jumping in the trash can can blow up.
Wait, had you not posted since that?
No, I mean, it was like not normal stuff. It wasn't. I grew up in church singing a little bit,
Okay.
but it was never a goal to be a singer. It wasn't. Because I was the same way as you.
No way.
I
you
swear.
cannot be this good. I hope
Stop.
that the people who are listening have heard your voice before, because this sounds like it's not true.
No, I swear it was.
no way.
It was not ever going to be the thing. And quarantine, it was a blessing in disguise. Hurting my knee, because when I hurt my knee, I started making songs. They weren't great, but I was sad, and I was just writing sad stuff. What was going on? And so when we got sent into that quarantine, it changed my way of thinking, where it was like I was a basketball player, but I know it's like you said, I don't know if I'll ever get to play again. Like musicians was like, I don't know if I'll get to ever play a show again.
Yeah.
I was thinking I'll never get to play on the court again. So I studied the algorithm and videos and putting out songs, and ended up catching some traction. And then to go back to it, the live streaming was huge, because it was such a lonely time.
That's why it was so like.
It was huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was huge. So I was just curious as to what did you do? And I love the answer. So
wait, I want to go back. Sorry, let me take over the interview.
Please do it. Please do it.
You're going to answer my question.
I would love it.
So you grew up singing in church, but you never thought you were going to be like huge. Did people not tell you that your whole life? Your voice is so good.
No, thank you so much. That really means a lot.
Somebody told you that. The pastor? Somebody.
No, it was more just I was in a group like choir. So your voice doesn't stick out. It's like, I was like the bass guy.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, look at us.
That's weird, right?
Yeah, right. Literally. So I'm telling you, I was never, ever going to be a singer. And I didn't even get told to be a singer. I just knew I liked music, and I knew I was good in front of a camera. And I thought,
the people you grew up with must be like, what the heck?
mate.
Crazy. I'm trying to think of someone I grew up with who like never would have thought who's like doing this well, because you're doing so well.
Thank you so much. That really means a lot. It's number one, my parents at first were like, what the hell are you doing? Not in a don't do that. But just like, dude, I was in a gym my whole life, and now I'm trying to like be a singer, and they don't sing. They don't do that. So it was like off the top rope. It made no sense. And my friends.
This is crazy. For sure you're going to blow up. I've been telling everybody that you're going to blow up, but now that I know you just stumbled into it and you're doing this well, you're definitely blowing up. Like next year, I'm going to have to call like somebody to get a hold of your assistant.
Stop. No, we're locked in now, Drew. We're locked in. Number one, we got a song, and now we've met, and that means a lot though. That's so sweet. But, yeah, my friends think I'm crazy, and it's weird for them. But here we are.
Cool.
Yeah.
That is so cool.
So yeah, that was the vibes. And I don't know. I still sometimes I'm like, I don't really know what I'm doing here. Just because it's a whole new world to me. And it's cool to hear your side, because you've been here.
Yeah,
for 8
and
years.
it's cool that we're both doing the TikTok thing, like you said before, because it's such an amazing tool. I think a lot of musicians are afraid of it.
Totally.
They're afraid that it won't represent their brand properly.
Totally.
Or that it would be cheesy. But the thing is, the cheesy stuff blows up, and people still adore your music.
That's 100%. 100%. That takes me into like another side that I'm not very good at, but you are incredible at, and that's the Instagram side of things. Instagram Reels have started.
That's happened by accident. And it's actually doing better than TikTok right now, which
It's
is
going
so crazy.
Your stuff's going nuts. Talk to me about that, because not even from like we're on video. I need to know, how do you?
I'll teach you all.
Please, how does that start? Because how do you get into the Instagram Reel, like the world where it's blowing up? And
you find the niche. For me, I do mashups with one of my friends, Small Town Hollywood, who's big on TikTok as well, and it works on TikTok too.
Yeah,
that's one of the things that. The followers grow so fast from those mashups. So you sprinkle in something that's familiar to these people who maybe don't follow you, but it shows up again on the search page.
Yeah.
Whatever it's called on Instagram, it's escaping me.
Yeah, I know. And whatever that's called.
And then it's sandwiched with all this other stuff you want to post too. So the mashup sandwiched with my music and stuff like that, it makes it all do well.
So
it's the trickle effect.
Was it trial and error with the Instagram Reels, or was it like you knew that was like the first time you did a mashup, you knew it was gonna do well? Or did you try different stuff and it wasn't popping off and you were like, okay, well, I'm gonna try this?
I tried everything. I'm a trier. I'm a trier. I'm not one of those people who gets discouraged if it doesn't work.
Hell
I just
yeah.
want to try and see.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, the mashup was an accident, and then it kind of just became our thing for Reels, for sure.
So like the thing that I'm taking from that, if I had to clip it, is just keep trying. And like, if stuff's not popping off, do what Drew does and just keep going.
Do what Drew does.
Do
Clip
what Drew
that
does.
part.
Literally, I'm telling you, just do that
I
because
need my parents to hear you say it.
literally, I feel
brothers?
that. Yeah, literally, I feel that one 100%. But that's incredible because your reels are nuts. I mean, number one, they're so creative. They take time, but there's a lot of talent behind it too. So I just wanted to pick your mind on that because that's a world that the reels are blowing up right now, and it seems like you're on top of that. So
I know, when you hear a million times that TikTok's going to get banned, so it is important to use the other tools too. Obviously, TikTok's my bread and butter, but I want to make sure that I've got it covered on all the other bases. You don't want to leave something out.
The fact that you have 2 mil on TikTok and your YouTube subscribers is crazy too. Are you into the shorts, like YouTube Shorts world?
I was, and what's cool about shorts is you can schedule them to post, so you can like upload 50 of them that will post in the next however many weeks.
Wow, I didn't know that.
So I really love that feature, but I keep forgetting to post on there. It's like I'm spread so thin.
I feel that.
But shorts are really great too. The reward is high on that platform as well. So
I love that.
Get posting.
Get to posting.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
y'all.
It just seems like you got it figured out on the content strategy, and that's not easy.
I think that about you. That's exactly what I think about you. So
it's just super cool to I don't know, just to pick someone's mind who's, I mean, you're literally a genius on content strategy.
God.
Okay, you're not giving yourself credit, but not many people on this earth have 2 mil and 150K, and that's incredible. So give yourself a pat on the back. Do it real quick for me because I know you're humble, but that's incredible. So I'm really proud of you. Rapid fire to Drew Ryn, and we need her honest, right off the top of the dome answer. You ready?
All right, I'm ready.
If you could live anywhere in the world, where would it be?
Florida.
Boom. What?
Oh, wait, I want to change my answer.
Change it. You got
Spain.
Spain. What was your favorite subject in school?
About the rest of the world.
Right. She said, I'm going to be in Florida. Screw the rest of the world. I'm not down with that.
I don't even have a good reason.
I want to stay here.
My favorite subject in school is literature.
Literature.
Yeah.
If you won $10 million tomorrow, what's the first thing you'd spend with that money?
Oh gosh, I can't rapid fire.
It's hard. It's hard.
New car.
Love. What kind of car? Are you shopping?
I saw a green Lamborghini on the way. I was like, why do I like that so much?
Damn.
I know, but I love McLarens too, so maybe a McLaren.
Okay, so that's a split. Okay, dream collaboration with one artist, dead or alive. Who is it?
Prince.
Oh,
I know.
great answer.
I know.
God, what an answer. 1 meal to eat the rest of your life. What are you choosing? I'm a steak guy.
Oh, man, I know. That seems like the right answer because you never get tired of it.
Right.
Oh, this one's so hard.
You're good.
I'm not doing good at rapid fire.
You can have
at all.
like 10 extra seconds on this. This is a tough one. That's a hard one.
Count it out loud. No, I'm just
kidding. No, literally.
Probably, honestly, potatoes.
Oh,
because
hello.
You can do so many things with them.
I want to dive into this real quick. I know this is rapid fire, but what's your favorite potato? There's a lot going on in that category.
Mashed potatoes.
Cool. I love that. Yeah, that's a great one. What's your favorite animal?
Dog.
Do you have dogs?
Yes, I have a Tika poodle. Best dog ever. Cutest dog
just
ever.
One, just Uno. One dog.
Uno. I know. I want more, but just one.
Love
you
that.
want to know his name? His
Please.
name's Little Yachty.
Oh, yes.
His name's Yacht, but we call him Little Yachty.
Yachty.
Yeah.
The little poodle running around. Oh, that's amazing. Last one, right off the top.
All right.
What's your biggest pet peeve?
Lying. I know, and that's more than a pet peeve. That's like a
that is a good
character
one.
thing, but I don't like lying.
Yeah, lying's not the vibe, to be honest. I'm not really. I used to lie a lot whenever I was a middle schooler.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I got out of it.
Good thing we never met.
No, right.
You would have been my pet peeve first.
I would have been. No, I lied a lot. I lied a lot in middle school. And it was probably, well, first we finished rapid fire, so great job on that, Drew Ryn.
Wait, are you going to answer all of them? At least answer a few.
I mean, I can answer you a few. Let's see. I know my biggest pet peeve. I don't like people who don't let other people in the room talk. That drives me nuts. Like a dude who, like, you'll start your point and they're like, no, and that just pisses me off. I don't like that. What else is on there? Dream collaboration with an artist is someone you already shared, Justin Bieber.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Oh, let me call him.
Yeah, hit him up real quick. Let him know. Hop on our song.
Yeah, exactly.
Favorite subject in school was PE, probably.
Really?
Yeah.
That was my least favorite one. It feels like we just couldn't have been friends in school. I'm so glad we met now.
The time wasn't right then.
I used to get out of PE class. I would do anything to get out of it.
Damn, yeah. I lived for PE. I wouldn't say I was a very smart kid. It's not that I wasn't smart. I just, my I can't pay attention.
Okay, I also say I wasn't a smart kid. We shouldn't say that about ourselves because we were just good at other things. But
Yeah,
I say that about myself too. I was really bad in school.
Really?
Yeah, and I always found a way to manipulate my teachers to like not fully fail me so that I didn't have to ever get held back.
I feel that.
But I just didn't feel like doing it. I had big dreams and like I just didn't feel it.
See, but that was one of my lying tactics. So I don't think any of my high school teachers or middle school teachers will see this, but I would be like, I don't really understand this. Whatever her name was, is there any way you could bump this up to like the point of it is I just didn't pay attention. It's not that I didn't understand
your
it.
teachers knew. They knew.
I think
they didn't know.
I was a sweet student. I'd like help them.
Me too.
I used to like sharpen the pencils for people and stuff. You know, I was that guy.
Oh, wow.
And I didn't go to second grade because my teacher didn't want to have me. I went to a really small school, so the first and second grade teacher, her name was Miss Brackett. I hope she's still alive. I really don't know. But the point of that is she didn't want me in second grade 2 years in a row because I was that bad of a kid.
Oh my, well, so
I
there are two
skipped
ways
second
to do
grade.
it. Either be the best kid so they don't want to fail you, or be the worst kid so they don't want to have you back. So they
Damn.
pass you, you know?
Yeah.
What if we had Chat GPT? Whatever.
Yeah, GPT.
GPT, yeah. Honestly, I could have been a straight A student. I had the heart for it. I had the face for
100%. It's just crazy now to think about it. I just want to say, the kids are in middle school, high school now with all the AI stuff and all the stuff that can be written for you. Psychotic. I mean, think about if we had that whenever you're older than me a little bit.
I'm grateful that I didn't have it, but I know that I would have passed if I had it, and I would have passed with flying colors.
Yeah, it would have been easy. Would have been easy. Well, good deal.
Scary, the AI thing.
Yeah. What is? Let me hit you with that question real quick. What's your thoughts on like the music being made of other people?
He's taking credit for my question.
That was
my question.
It is a great question. What's your vibe? Because I've been asked. Like, we have The Weeknd and the Drake song blowing up. Have you heard that?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I know. Well, I don't know. I have such mixed feelings about about AI, about social media, about all that stuff, because obviously I think they're tools and I love using all available tools.
Totally.
But I think it's really scary.
Dude, it is scary.
If AI gets smart enough, it can just shut the whole world down.
I think it's like a win. It gets smart enough. It's so powerful.
It is a win. That's why it is scary.
It
will happen.
It will. Me and my buddies, just for fun, wanted to see if this was real. So we got on AI like 2-3 nights ago, and it's like
the Snapchat one.
No, it's like It's a software that you download and you record a song. And I wanted my voice to sound like The Weeknd. I wanted to see how powerful this was. I didn't know what I was going to write. So you put in the AI chat. I swear, it's scary. Write me Weeknd type lyrics. All right, it's a whole damn song.
Was it really good?
It was fine. It wasn't bad. So I literally got into the auto-tune, turned it up all the way, and
you could take credit for that technically. Like, it's not. That's the part that is a little freaky, but I guess cool. They can't trace it really back to that. It's not plagiarism because it's not made by a human. There aren't enough laws protecting.
There's not
AI, I guess. But
no,
that'd be weird. But yeah,
it was really freaky. I would never put it out because I'm an artist. I wanted to see the power of it though, because some people could record in freaking Massachusetts or New Zealand and they could have our vocal effect on it and put out a whole ass song.
Well, hear me out on this, because this is a way it could be kind of useful. I texted our mutual friend Jared the other day, and I said, well, what if when we're pitching songs, we could just use the AI that sounds like Drake or sounds like whoever we're pitching to? Because
damn.
I will say sometimes it never gets to the artist's ear because the A&R, like, they turn it down before
Never thought of
like
that.
the musician hears it. They're like, I can't really picture it for Kelsey Ballerini or whoever, you know? But what if we put Kelsey Ballerini's voice on it with the AI, and then the A&R is like, oh yeah, this sounds just like her.
Dude, I've never even thought of that. That's actually
so that's a tool, right? Or would it creep them out? Would it creep out the artist?
I mean, you might be ahead of everyone because that's kind of crazy. That might actually start happening. And just like you send Drake's A&R, his manager, a song, it's literally his vocal.
It puts us kind of halfway out of business though. I mean, it puts demo singers out of business.
I think what we're talking about right now is a topic that every like artist, I've talked with a bunch of them. It's just like, it's kind of scary. But it's kind of like crazy creative. It's weird. It's a weird space. So
I'm a go-getter and I want to try stuff. I think it's cool, but it does really scare me.
Yeah.
I also have severe anxiety, so I don't know. It's like I have two personalities.
No,
One is like, let's do it. Let's try all the AI. But
I totally feel that. That actually goes into another great topic that I want to end with. From my platform, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, a lot of it started in a mental health space, to where at one point in my life, I had no idea how to speak up and what to say. So I've had some things like done to me where I just kept it in, like inside. Cause I grew up, like I said, as an athlete, and I was like kind of raised not to diss my dad or my coach, to not speak up. That was not cool. It's like, hold it in, get through it. You'll be all right. And, I finally like kind of found out not long ago, 2 years ago, how to finally speak up. And then once I saw how it was reaching other people and how a lot of people feel the same way me and you do, it really brought a light to my eye where it's like, we need more people to be vulnerable. And me being like a man, I just put out a song called Boys Don't Cry, where it's talking about men they don't think they can speak up.
Yeah, I listened to that. I thought that was really cool. And I was curious, how you got to the place, because you make it look cool to be vulnerable as a guy.
Thank you so much.
I know that's tricky.
Yeah.
I'm like really blessed to be a girl, because we get to be dramatic in a way, and sometimes it's cute or whatever. And nobody turns a second look if a girl is being emotional, but for you to put something out like that, I mean, that's really bold.
Thank you.
People, it's so funny, because I think men are afraid to look weak, but showing your vulnerability is the strongest thing you can do. Like, because it's so hard.
So true.
It's so hard to put yourself out there like that.
It is. And
like, that takes balls,
it
y'all.
does. It takes massive ones. And it's like, I finally got to the point to where the people, whenever I didn't know how to speak up, I was scared about what other guys would think, like my teammates or my friends, so-called friends. And at the end of the day, I just found something. I don't even know where it happened. It was just like, I'm going to feel a lot better if I'll just say what's on my mind. And once I did that and started putting it into music's where I found that, where I could be vulnerable without having to just, like me and you talking about my mental health. I didn't used to do that.
Yeah.
So I'd go to the studio and write about what I was feeling, and it would come out in song form. And once I just started seeing people react to where it's like, I'm sure you've seen this, like he's singing what I'm feeling. And like when you get the comments, which I'm sure you've also had, like, you've saved my life and this saved me. I was like, dude, I got to stop giving a shit about what my friends or teammates think about me speaking up. I can't give a shit anymore. It's like, I'm going to speak up, and it's cool as hell to speak up. And what you said, it's really like, it shows so much strength.
When you're speaking up about feelings they have too, it's just a lot of people end up not getting to the place in their life where they're willing to address things that are hard to address inside.
Totally.
People die that way.
100%.
A lot of guys die that way. They're afraid to, feel something and
100%.
to let people know. And sometimes the most freedom that you have is telling somebody how you feel. Sometimes you don't even need to fix the problem. It's just saying it out loud. And it's like,
yeah,
oh God,
dude.
I feel so much relief just saying it.
Dude, that's so true.
If everybody would do that, it would just be so healing. There would be so much healing.
I totally agree. I think a question I want to ask about the mental health space is you said earlier you deal with anxiety. Same. There's like, it's a real thing. What do you do to either calm that, or what kind of techniques have helped you to kind of deal whenever you're having a bad day or stressing, or you have anxiety, or, you're depressed? Do you have anything you want to share that like helps you get out of that space other than talking up, like speaking out, like we just said?
Yeah, I'm not a pro, I'm not a pro, and I don't have it all figured out. And that stresses me out even more sometimes.
I felt that.
Like, why don't I have the answer? I feel like I've lived so much life. But I think for me, first of all, it's just putting it out there, because bottling things up, it's just not a proven method. It's just not.
No, 100%.
And
that's so true.
For me, it's also just putting my energy into something. Like you said, putting it into music, finding something. And it doesn't have to be that worldwide, if you will, because not everybody wants to make music, or not everybody wants to play sports or whatever. It could be so small, something you think is kind of minute, but just pouring it into something, the sad feelings, the fears, and turning fears into curiosity. That's so big for me, because I'm so fear-based. I'm always afraid. I always think worst case scenario, like a rocket ship's gonna come through this window right now.
100%.
The floor is gonna fall through.
Damn, that'd be wild.
I know.
That'd be good. It'd probably blow up, to be honest.
But turning it into curiosity is so much better. It's more fulfilling. It has a better payoff. So I guess
that's awesome.
Yeah, and honestly, just pouring into other people, it fills you too. So I just try to be the positive friend or the friend that makes people laugh or whatever.
Love that.
That's the simple thing. You don't have to like make a song about it. You just make people laugh.
100%. It's like in the songwriting industry and just in Nashville, like the number one thing is just to be a good hang.
Yep.
You know, it's like you don't even have
It's
to.
so true.
You don't even have to be a good songwriter. No. You don't have to be a good singer. If you're a good hang, that's half the battle. So like in my sessions, I mean, whenever I go to sessions, like the first 30, 45 could be an hour is literally what's going on in your world.
You're so right about the good hang thing, because it's like pulling teeth. Even if someone's really talented as a writer, but they're like just not bringing any good vibe to the session, it's like pulling teeth. I'm like,
Bro.
I would rather go work in corporate America.
Totally. I'd rather like you're wasting my day.
Yeah.
You need a knuckle sandwich right to the teeth.
Yeah.
That's what I feel like. I mean, good hangs are the best. So yeah, I think it's what you said. And those, whenever you have the first 30 minutes, you know, however long it is at a session, and you're just talking, usually with songwriters and artists, and we're all going through something, and being able to vent to your co-writers and producer is big. And in my opinion, it starts the vibe of the session whenever you feel like you can talk to each other. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I totally agree with that.
I feel like that can change a session whenever people get comfortable with each other. So if there's any songwriters, artists out here, be a good hang. And
be a good hang.
You don't have to be super talented. And
hey, country music is made up of being a good hang.
it's facts.
So.
It's facts, dude. It is. Well, Drew, golly, we got so much good stuff out of this. I thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for having me.
We are here, and just know whenever this video comes out, we got a song coming out.
Yes.
And we're not dropping dates yet, but it's called You and Me. And we are stoked that you're gonna finally hear it.
I'm really stoked. No, we're gonna blow up with this song.
Okay, so that's the last thing I want to end it with is how we're not gonna jinx it, but with that song, what feeling do you think we'll give people when they're listening to it, going to high school, going to school, driving around the beach in the summer?
I think nostalgia.
Ugh.
I think nostalgia, like a good duet
100%.
never goes out of style. And a good duet, oh my gosh, like it literally gives me nostalgia hearing a duet like this. And it's so powerful. The song is so powerful. Your voice is so good. I feel like our voices really complement each other well.
Totally.
And the lyrics are I just love it.
It is such a nostalgic vibe. That's the right word. It's like whenever I hear it, it's one of those songs where it makes you think, how has this not been written yet? In my opinion.
Me too.
There's nothing crazy going on in it. Like
that's what I said when I can't believe you're saying that, because that's what I said to my husband when you guys sent it to us. I made him stop his workday. I was like, stop what you're doing. You've got to hear this song. And I already said yes.
Yeah. I
and
love
we worked
that.
together.
Thank
He's
you.
like, you said yes to a song. I'm like, yeah, trust me. I was like, when I heard it, I thought, how is this not already a huge song?
I love it.
It feels like I've heard it.
It feels good.
Yeah,
it does. I showed the guys before you were here. I was kind of giving them the vibe that we have a song we've never met, and they were all just bopping their head and like, oh. And then when it ended, they kept singing it, and I was like, that's what I like to see. It's so catchy, and the feeling. It's just a feeling song. It's like, it really took me back. Nostalgia is the perfect word.
Oh, I love the perfect word.
I love it. So, y'all, thank you so much for tuning in. I got Drew Ryn. She's incredible. Woo! Everyone here, give her a round of applause real quick. Yes. Drew Ryn, thank y'all so much. Peace out. This is A Break with Jake. See you later.
You can't stop this train. You know we not doing it for the fame, but up in the city, people knowing the name. Cause we don't stop, won't stop. Yeah, we keep it rolling. Don't stop, won't stop. Yeah, we keep it going.